I just want to show you why this drill's helping loads of my students get a more connected takeaway, and then in turn straighter shots, better drives, better irons, and absolutely more consistent striking. Let's show you why. Now, if you're someone who struggles with the takeaway in your backswing, so someone who struggles with maybe pushing the hands up and out as the club comes back, rolling the face around, getting hands in as the club come out, whatever you're doing that might be affecting the way you strike the ball, whatever takeaway you're struggling with that's struggling to get you to stay connected on the way through, which then in turn might control the face better, might control the shape of your swing and the whole theme of your swing a bit more, this drill is going to help. And what I'm doing with this drill is I'm literally taking your safety net away. I'm taking the chance of you doing funky movements away. I'm making it harder, slimmer for you to do it. You can even hit a few shots this way. So all I'm doing is lining my foot up with the ball. I'm going to show you what it does in a second on my swing catalyst dual plates. And I'm trying to take my trail foot off, like barely holding onto the ground with my trail foot at all. You can hit a few real gentle kind of swings out there. What you're going to notice, if you take your balance, your ability to stand up no matter what forces this is putting on you, if you take that skill away or that ability to control this from whatever funky movements you do on the ground, then what happens is people start to connect this up more to the movements they make in their body. Otherwise, they fall over. So what we're going to do is we're just going to use my pressure on the ground here. This is my pressure of my foot. So if I move on to my toes, look, you can see it there. If I move on to my heels, outside of my foot, inside of my foot. Now, if I stand with no balance, so lead foot, and I've got a club that weighs X, and my arms weigh X, and they're going to move away from my body, it's going to make me become, from this unbalanced position, quite unbalanced. So as my hands push out and the club goes back, what needs to happen, what needs to happen is my foot is evening me out. It's doing what humans do brilliantly, which is make us stand up. We're built to not fall over. So subconsciously our brain's just working crazily overtime in our body to like fire and fire to make sure muscles are firing that we stand up. So as soon as you start whacking movements in that will knock you off balance, certainly from an unbalanced position, you have to start countering in the ground. Now, it's chicken and egg ideas, like which is causing which. Is the ability for me to keep balance and do funky causing it, or is it the funky movement causing the weird traces or the unbalance? And it doesn't matter which one we come to the conclusion it is. If this drill helps you stay more connected, hit better shots on the backswing, then use it. So if you watch the trace now as I stay more connected, so I'm not throwing my hands away from me, club back, which requires my foot to save. My foot's just kind of happy that I'm moving along the kind of balanced or unbalanced angle I am. Look how much more connected I am in that takeaway. It's ridiculous. And my foot feels like it's not that hard. I can do this because I'm not pushing away from me, weight moving away, and then recovering this back, and my foot go, whoa, whoa, hang on, save your shots. So hitting a few shots when you warm up, leave foot opposite the ball, trail foot barely on the ground, not doing anything. Make the swing as big as you can without falling over, trying to keep that, feel like you're really on the ball of your foot, and then it's kind of just staying there as your arms go back and forward, is going to transform all the funky angles you allow yourself to or not put in. Easy way of doing this at home if you're watching this video, just take your shoes off. What shoes do is they offer more stability and they often squish your foot. So what we're doing now by taking our feet off, you can do this at the ground or you don't at home, you don't need a ball, is you can feel your foot on the ground, both of them. So I'm feeling the pressure on the balls, a bit on the heels. And then as I start turning my hips, start turning my shoulders, letting that club come back, even though I might be leading this foot up, I don't feel like they're having to particularly save me. There's no wiggles and wobbles on the ground, where if you now quickly jar yourself and put some angles in, you're going to feel that your feet fire, severely fire. And you can do this at the range. Good players, you'll see them doing this. It's quite a common thing. Hitting shots with no shoes really will allow you to feel that connection through the ground. It'll feel a little bit awkward at the start, but it totally will allow you to feel how your feet are fighting you or helping you stand up, but that helping you stand up is actually fighting you in making these more connected movements. Another way you could do this, put another club on the ground here. I'm just doing it off my plate. It's just an iron. I'm going to stand on it with the balls of my feet, and I'm going to try and feel like I take the club back in a relatively connected up way, lead, shoulder, arm, wrist, club to first parallel, and that I'm keeping the pressures not going too far forward or back of this shaft on the ground, where again, if you do it just to get the feel, really snap it out or in, you're going to feel the pressure's really pushing on that shaft. Great way for you to feel that connection. Great way of you of taking that safety net away to stop you to be allowed to make these horrible movements, get more connected up at that first parallel. Might trigger a few better moves. Triggering a few better moves can often cause some better strikes, more powerful, more consistent strikes, better, less curvature, more power. It works with any club from driver to iron. It's amazing what it does. Now, if you want to connect that takeaway up a little bit more, this video's got much more on this subject to give you some more great drills to get in that takeaway just where you need it.